This is the Learn to Trade online show where experts talk about their trading journeys and help traders make more money unlocking the world of online Forex, crypto and indices traders. We tell it like you want to hear it. Unfiltered insights, no corners cut. Hi everyone, my name is Botterill. I'm a trader and your host of today's Learn to Trade online show with Sylvia Rangakutu, who will be joining us later on. Welcome to the show and the chance to win 2,500 Singapore dollars tonight. As I said, my name is Paul Botterill. I'm the founder of Actions to Wealth, an online trading profits and professional trader and investor.
Hi guys, I'm Simon Williams, a crypto trader and investor.
Hi guys, my name's Ash Bull. I am a professional trader and investor. And Paul said we're going to have a chance to win $2,500. How do we do it, mate?
All they've got to do is beat us in the trade. And the first thing they've got to do that is to join us on the Facebook page. We will be in there now. I'll show them how to do that. They need to come to, sorry, Zoom is doing its thing. They need to come to this Facebook page right here and find, and James will have put the link in. They can still do this. If they do this now, they'll still have a chance to win the $2,500. Come to this Facebook page, Learn to Trade online group. Come down in the group to the pinned post. Put your name, like Merlin's put her name, and Paul's put his name, John's put his name, and many others have put their names. And you'll go in the chance to go in the draw. And if you go in the draw, you can place a trade. If that trade beats mine, Simon's and Ash's trade this week, you'll win $2,500. What's even better, if you choose to, you can just steal our trades. You don't have to pick your own trade. You can just steal one of our trades. You get that trade. And if that trade wins, you get $2,500 for that. Welcome in, Sylvia. I'll just finish off this part and come back to you. Look, I'm going to have a look at our trades from last week. Pretty good week for us as we continue to build our account. You'll notice the change in position sizing now that commodities are at 0.01, currencies at 0.10, and commodities will be, and indices will be at 1.00. Winners last week for Ash leading us away with 143. My gold trade pictured here up $54, and Simon down $23, bringing your three in a row to an end at three, the record in a row for you, Simon. Well done, mate. That's still really nice and not much in that one either. Back to you, Sylvie.
Okay, next up is trader investor Ash Bull with his trade for this week. Ash, back to you.
Oh, pressure's on, Sylvie. Got to follow a winner with a winner. Here we go. So I'm looking, actually, I don't love anything, I've got to be honest. Week 3. It's a strange week, I think. Week 3 in the market. It's a time when people need to make some decisions how they're going to close the month out. I'm going for the FTSE 100. I think there might be a bit of profit taking in some of the other indexes, but I think the FTSE's got some room. And I think that the seasonal bias in the FTSE, which tends to see us higher going into the December period, is probably just about in play. So I've got a little trend line along here. That is a potential target. We are just simply looking at simple price action trading here. Daily chart, higher high, higher low, another higher high. And I'm just looking for this little area here to make us another little higher low and continue the push forward. So that's going to be my trade for this week, Sylvie. It's an old favorite of mine, the FTSE 100. It is my local index, and I'm going to trust it for the week. FTSE 100 long.
Okay, fantastic, Ash. Thank you. Now, I cannot wait to see crypto expert Simon Williams' trade for this week.
Yeah, I'm the same as Ash. I kind of struggled this week trying to find something. I fancied cable long, but I got beaten to that. So I've gone Aussie dollar long, and I've gone Aussie dollar long on the back of this support at 65 cents that I've been watching for a while. We tried to break above it a couple of weeks ago. I wanted this bar here last week to close above the high of the previous candle. It didn't do it. So it wasn't for me. But this candle today, if I can get this candle today to close below the high of this, I'll put it on a daily, it might be easy to see. I want this candle here to close above the high of this breakout candle here. If it does, we're in. I've got some fundamentals, some signals to back that up. I've got the Aussie dollar, the Aussie at the back end of November on the charge up, and I've also got the dollar at the back end of November weakening. So that is my trade for the week. It's Aussie US dollar long.
All right. Thank you so much, Simon. Now it's time for Action to Wealth and Online Trading Profits founder, Paul Botterill to place his trade for this week.
Selling a trade, Simon. I'm going to go with the guys. Not a lot happening in the market this week that makes you think you really want to be doing a lot, but I'm just going to go with something nice and simple. I'm going to call this little move here on cable double bottom. It's not, as Ash was going through the chart patterns the other week, it's not perfect. They're not exactly the same, but it's close enough for mine. And I'm going to call this little thing here the first higher low. And that encourages me to believe we've got a little bit of momentum up. Now we come to one of my favourite trades. Here we test the 200-day moving average and we do what's called rejecting. We bounce back short. This time we've broken it and we've tested it again. We've touched it again from above. And it's creating some momentum up for me. Really, I would like to have got in perhaps on a little bit earlier, but I'm okay with this. And again, I'm a Simon. A close above this level here would fill me with confidence for this trade and a target up around the horizontal level up here. So I am long cable as my trade for today.
Nice.
Rightio, let's find out who has the chance. Who has the chance? How much money is it, guys? How much money are we going for today?
$2,500. I have to say, considering all the chatter that we've created, they may not want to steal our trade this week. I mean, they might do.
We did that deliberately, didn't we?
Yeah, we might have done. Are we double bluffing?
I said last week, steal my trade and you'll win, steal my trade and you win, and it was your trade that won last week. We do like to have them on a little bit with it. Look, we're going to go to Kim for the wheel of names. Let's find out the two names that are going to come out. Now, we had a winner last week who tried to log on to the show and couldn't because of a fault at our end. They'll be given the chance to come in and place a trade today. Plus, the winner of the wheel of names, and if they don't turn up, the second person from the wheel of names will come in and they will have a chance to either remember this. You can either place a trade or you can steal our trade. Quickly, guys, if you're going to steal a trade, which trade would you steal?
Ooh, I would have to go with mine, I'm afraid, guys. I have to say, yours and mine are probably at opposite ends of the scale. If the pound is to weaken, that's going to help the FTSE out. It doesn't necessarily hold correlation. Simon's trade, I agree with him. It needs to close above that area, but that's still in question at this stage, which is why I'm sure he wasn't so confident on it. So if I was going to go with anyone, what am I saying? I want my trade. I'd go with Simon's. I'd definitely go with Simon's.
Who would you steal, Simon?
Yeah, steal mine, guys. Steal mine. I'm going to go GBP CAD long.
Yeah, I think you guys should steal Simon's as well. Mine's going to win. Rightio, Kim, can we have the wheel of names, please? We'll have two names come out. A lot of familiar names on there. Let's see them go.
John Cook all day.
Oh, so close. I thought Gary was going to win it, one of our regulars. Alice, you are the winner. You need to get into the Zoom. They'll be sending you instructions on how to get in the Zoom. If you're in the Zoom, you get a chance to place a trade today. We're going to run a second one just in case. Kim, who's our second one? I thought Gary Heating was going to win that. He is one of the regulars. We can remove that one. Kim, and play a game, please. Let's go once more. You know, for $2,500, is it? You know, what do you got? A 1 in 12, 1 in 15 chance of winning $2,500. There we go. There's Gary sneaks in this time. Gary, if number one, if LS doesn't turn up, and I don't have a pen because I'm in America, so I don't have to remember these names. Meeting Gary is next up. We're going to give LS and Gary a few minutes to join the Zoom. I know that last week's winner, Narwin, is already in the Zoom, so we're talking to him a little bit later on to get his trade. Remember, Narwin, you need to come on camera to do this. You'll have a chance to do that. But first of all, for me, back to Sylvie.
All right. Part of being a successful trader is never stop to learn and improve. So each week we have Ash Bull to teach a chart pattern of this week.
Thank you very much, Sylvie. And yeah, this week I'm going for my favorite chart pattern, actually, the head and shoulders. And the head and shoulders has a very good success rate when it works out. It consists of 3 peaks, peak 1, then peak 2, and peak 3, and the middle peak is the highest peak, and they don't have to be right in line. Peak 1 and peak 3 don't have to be right in line, but it does help if they are. It is more attractive if they are, unless you have the second peak as a lower peak, because that's suggesting that there just isn't any momentum in the market to get it back inside the area. Now, the way that we look to trade this particular pattern is by left shoulder, head. There you go, right shoulder. And we can see the sloping shoulders there. That was the sloping shoulder version there. The way we would look to trade this pattern is it tends to be at the extreme areas. So it tends to be a pattern right at the highs. Not always easy to see until you start drawing your lines on the chart. We can see there, left shoulder there. There's our right shoulder, and there's our peak. The peak in the middle, there's our head. That's the neckline. Now, what we'd want to do is measure. The classic way to measure the measured move on this one is to look for the top of the head down to the neckline, and on breakout, we measure that as a potential distance for it to go before it pauses or reverses. And you can see here that it was pretty close before it started to pause into this area and pause into that range. Safest time to get into these patterns tends to be after the breakout happens. Personally, I quite like picking it up on the right shoulder, but that does actually involve a little trend line coming through the pattern to enable you to be able to almost multiply the patterns that are in there. But this is my favorite. The head and shoulders. I've traded it for years, and I will continue to see them on the charts. I see them very quickly and very easily. But the head and shoulders is the pattern this week, Sylvie. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Ash. One of the most dynamic and fast-moving market is the crypto space. Let's have our crypto expert give us a 90-second run around the crypto market.
Right, thanks. So this episode 5 of Crypto Bites is called Baseless Speculation with the Receipts to Prove It. We spoke about this last week. The title of last week's Crypto Bites was When Are We Going to Start Buying Altcoins? We dug a little bit deeper during the crypto section of last week's trading extravaganza, where we discussed this chart. And we were looking at these two rallies. We called them baseless speculation during the trading extravaganza show. And I called on that show that I believe this one would also be baseless speculation. Now I have some receipts. So let's take a quick look at two of the last cycle's super tokens, both of which led the way to the rally we are currently witnessing. This is Solana. Solana up 300% since the end of September. Now, why such a big move? Solana took a hammering when FTX got crashed, when it crashed and went bust. And that's because FTX holds most of the Solana out there. So what I don't get is why people want to buy this. Why would you want to buy this knowing that the FTX estate has got to be bled and these tokens are going to get sold off? I don't get it, but there's something more to it. So let's have a quick look on chain. This is DeFi Llama. DeFi Llama is a multi-chain TVL stats dashboard. TVL stands for total value locked. So this dashboard shows us what's happening on chain. It shows us how many Solana tokens are locked away or staked, as we best know, and it tracks the movement of sold tokens on DeFi protocols. We note here that this is the lowest number of Solana tokens staked in DeFi since March 2020. On top of that, we've seen a decrease of 31 million Solana since the relative peak back in September here. Where's it gone? Where are these tokens gone? It's gone, guys. It's gone to the only place it can go. It's gone to exchanges to be sold. There's no other place it can go other than a personal wallet. But why would you move your Solana off a DeFi protocol where it's earning yield to a wallet where it does nothing? It does nothing for you. It doesn't make any sense. Just a quick one on the core developers fallen off a cliff. Solana developers fallen off a cliff since back in, I think it was March, April this year. So while Solana's having this 300% rally, tokens are being taken offline, core developers are disappearing. Please make it make sense. I don't understand. Avalanche, one other, I'm going to miss the third one, just this one. Avalanche up 188 in the last 5 weeks, 180% rally. Why? How did that happen? Look at this drop off here. This is total TVL locked was 31 billion, down to 36 million in just 1 month. Doesn't make sense. So I'm calling this alt rally a fake out, and that's me for this week. Thank you, Sil.
Thank you, Simon. Now time to invite this week winner to place their trade and have a chance to win 2,500 Singapore dollar.
Woohoo! Here we go.
So we've got both our traders in the room. We've got Noah and Alice and Aaron. Congratulations, guys. You're going to have a chance to go to us. Now, all you need to do here is tell us the name of the product and the direction. That's all we need. Now, I know I've got Noah just coming on camera now. He's the winner from last week. We couldn't get into the show. Noah, can you tell me what your trade is, please?
Hello, sir.
Hi, Noah. How you doing?
I won last game last Monday.
Yep.
But
So do you want
link,
to pick a trade or do you want to steal one of ours?
your some cannot cannot found.
You want the pound?
The pound. Do you want to steal my trade? Steal my trade, the pound?
We need
Some Tagalog in the background for us and just check. No, and we're going to come back to you in a second. Kim's going to send you a message in Tagalog. Make sure we're right. My understanding is you're going to take my trade and you're going to go pound long. Now, Kim's going to message you in Tagalog and make sure we get this completely right. Okay? Kim, can you message Noah and make sure we've got this understood correctly? How about you, Alice? What are you trading today? Are you going to steal one of our trades or are you going to place your own trade today? What are you looking for? So just got to unmute you, Alice. Live Zoom, blood. Yes, better. Well done, Alice. Hi, welcome. Congratulations on being drawn out.
Well done, LS.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. What would you like to trade, Alice? I'm sorry, still can't hear you, Alice. Can you guys hear it?
No, I can't. Post it, LS. If you can't, it's great you have me on camera. Not a big deal. You can post it in the chat. That's also fine. You too, Narwin. If you post your, can you write in the chat box? If you can write in the chat box your trade, we can figure it out that way. But if you can't talk, it's not a big deal. But just communicate with us one way or another would be great. LS looks like she is posting. She's gonna type it in.
She is going to say.
Someone can someone Kim, can you check with Narwin, please? Is he stealing my trade going long pound? Kim, can you do that for us, please? Could you message him so we can see? Now let's just type in these people. Look, it's going to take them a minute because they are going to compete for $2,500.
Ooh, there you go, Gary.
Gary's,
Yeah.
you don't get a trade today. You were the second one out. So because Alice turned up, you can't have pound Swiss long unless Alice doesn't place a trade. Alice, can you type in the box what you want, please?
There's a lot of letters in whatever Alice is
a product and a direction. I don't need any more. What are you going to trade? Product and direction, please. Can someone put it in the chat for us, please? We're waiting on our two traders. Can they make their $2,500? What I'm going to do is have James post in the link for you guys where you guys can follow these trades. So you better go in and log into MT4 and see that. I'll get an account number and a investor-only password for you.
All right, Alice.
Alice is
oh no,
long NASDAQ US 100 due to Treasury yields continue to fall, but I agree with Ash. I saw UK 100 instead. Sorry, Alice, I've got to be clear.
No.
Are you stealing Ash's trade?
She is. She's stealing my trade. Oh, LS, right. That is not good for me. I wasn't prepared for that.
Okay, so let's start looking for another trader. You are the first thief in the night, Alice. You're the first one to nick a trade off us. You've got Ash's trade today. Ash could make you $2,500. Have to buy him dinner next time he's in Singapore if he does that for you. $2,500. Now, look, I'm going to give Narwin, I'm going to give him 30 seconds for an answer. At the moment, I believe he's stealing my trade, but it's just not clear. Someone has to get an answer for me on that. Ash, have a look for another trade, please, if you do.
I've got another trade.
Didn't he pace GBP Swiss long? Did I miss that?
No, that was
That's Gary. Unfortunately, he was second off.
Sorry, guys.
Brilliant. We've got Ash's trade. I need an answer from now on. Can someone give me an answer, please? Kim, can you help us out here, please? Let's, Ash, what's your new trade going to be?
Oh, I mean, do you know what? Nothing's that attractive to me. I would have gone a NASDAQ short, to be honest, because I think there's going to be a bit of profit taking. But I'm going to try a bit of oil. WTI long I'm going to go for. I think that WTI has had a decent push to the downside. There looks to be a bit of a trend line along here. and we could be a little bit far away from it, but we've had a bounce there. There's obviously some buyers there. I'm going to go for a bit of WTI long, see if we can get a push back into the upside. Not in love with it, got to be honest, but I don't really. The other two I would have gone for Aussie Swiss short, but that's not in the right place. Nasdaq short would have been some profit taking, but that's not very bearish. So I'm going to see if I can get some cash out of this one, mate. WTI long.
Yes, mates. I am going to replace my trade as well, and I am going to go.
You got robbed as well.
Long. I'm going to go gold long because I think we might get a little retracement, and by next week we might have pushed up a little bit from where we are. I can't say I'm particularly confident in it, but it was either gold or the New Zealand dollar, and the Kiwi just doesn't have the space that I want to take a winner. So we have got our trades. We have got Ash going. You're going WTI, Ash?
Yeah.
If you're going to go WTI, I'm going to go New Zealand dollar long. I can tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to change my mind on that. I'm going to go New Zealand dollar long. I'm going to go New Zealand dollar long. So we have got Narwin. He has cable. I think he's going to be our winner this week. Narwin is cable long. We have LS, who's going to take the FTSE long. We've now got Ash, who's long on oil. We've got Simon Williams, who is, what are you on, Simon?
Long Aussie dollar.
A lot of longs, isn't there? And I'll go long the Kiwi. So a bit of correlation between our trades. I think we are ripe for the taking. Here's what you can do. You can check on that in the chat. I'll have that put in the Facebook as well. You can monitor this trade, the account number, the investor password, and you can follow these trades and see whether LS or Narwin are going to take us to the cleaners for 2,500 Singapore dollars. By the way, like us on Facebook, follow us, all that stuff, so we can get more people to come along, because the more people, the more fun, right? We're talking about fun. We're going to finish the show with our sports bet of the. We're going to say goodbye to Narwin and LS. James, we're going to take you guys off camera. Thank you very much.
Bye, guys. Just so everybody knows, XTI, James, is the same as WTI on the different broker. So XTI.
Cheers. Now, the good news for us is that we didn't do sports bets last week. It's been a bit controversial. Should we do sports bets? Should we not? But we decided that we like sports bets. And what's more, the last time we did a sports bet, I picked out Australia to win the Cricket World Cup. Another winner. Was they paying him? No. India was pretty short money, right? I think Australia might have been at $3 again, somewhere around that kind of money to win it, and they got home comfortably in the end. So we're going to bring the sports bet back. We're going to go Simon and then Ash. I'm not going to place a sports bet this week. One of the prizes on a sports bet is that if we don't have one, we're not going to place one. If we do have one, we are. Now, my recollection, Simon, 8 from 10, Simon?
8 from 10. Let's see if we can make it 9 from 11.
Today's bet is 8 from 10, Simon, versus none from 10, Ash. Is that right?
2 from 10. 2 from 10.
2 from 10, Ash. I'm going for a really easy travel this week. It's the Euros over in Europe. I've got England against Macedonia to win, the Czech Republic against Moldova to win tomorrow. These are all tomorrow, and Albania to beat the Faroe Islands. It's a straight treble. It's a 0.8 profit, so it's 100 in for a 180 return. So it's England at home, Czech at home, Albania at home. What you got, Ash? Because I cannot wait to see this.
Well, do you know what? This week, well, actually, I'm probably going to go for the wrong side of it. But here we go. So my sports bet this week is going to be a repeat of the Super Bowl, the last Super Bowl that we just had. But this time, I think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to come out on top. Yes, the Kansas City Chiefs are at home. Yes, they've got the all-star Patrick Mahomes, who is an amazing player, probably the best to watch, probably my favorite player. But I just think that the Chiefs. The Eagles would just have something, you know. They've got this method where if they've got short yardage, they just pile in. They've got the biggest pack at the front, and even on 4th down, they go for it, and they tend to get yards. So I think that they're going to get their revenge in this particular match. They're paying 5-4, which is just slightly better than 1-1. And yes, as I say, they're away, but I'm going to go with the Hurts and Eagles to beat the Kansas City Chiefs at home in tonight's game. So we're going to get a resolution instantly this week.
So all in Kansas Chiefs.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
So you're going to go for I mean, if you go for the Chiefs, to be honest, it's going to be close. It is going to be close. The last kick of the game, the Chiefs beat them in the Super Bowl. The last kick, and I think the Eagles are going to be smarting.
I got to say, Ash, if it wasn't the fact you were picking it in your records, dreadful, I'd be with you because the team that loses always bounces back and wins, right? Even in the Cricket World Cup again, India beat Australia in the round play in the final. The other team turns up. Teams hate losing, so there's a bit of a result there. Simon, to take 3 games of football without a draw, you're a brave man.
Yeah.
And England have lost some players too, mate. I mean, they've got some injuries this time.
Macedonia,
Well, they didn't play well against Malta. Yeah, that's true. Mind you, Macedonia came back against Italy. I think that could be closer than we think.
Make sure you join us next week. We're going to be back. We'll have the same team on. We're going to have a look at this market. Let's find out whether Narwhal or LS win the $2,500. If they do, we're going to start again next week at $500. If they don't, that'll be $2,750 up for grabs. To be honest, I quite like their trades. I reckon this is going to be a great week for spectating. Keep an eye on the trades. Remember, like us, follow us, whatever. Tell your friends about us. It'd be really nice next week if we're giving away $2,750 to have a few more people join the wheel of names and have a chance to win it. I mean, how easy was it? They just took our trades. I mean, 2 of our 3 trades gone. There's got to be a chance, right?
Oh.
That's how easy it is to win money on this show.
I'm rooting for LS, mate. I've got to say, I'm rooting for LS. You know, now she's got my trade. I kind of want her to win now.
No, I don't. I want to get it.
No one's got my trade, and I want him to lose, so people stop stealing my trades. I mean, if he wins, if she wins, they're going to steal your trade every week going forward, mate, to make the money. So we'll see.
I'll do a double bluff.
Thanks for your company this week. It is brilliant to have you along, and remember, trade carefully, look after capital, and we'll see you back 6 p.m. Singapore Monday next week. We'll be back to do it all over and give away some more cash. Join us then. See you guys. That's a wrap for this episode of the Learn to Trade online show. Keep your charts up and your trade savvy. For more insights, subscribe and catch us next time. See you in the next episode. Stay calm and make good decisions. The Learn to Trade online show is presented for informational and entertainment purposes only. The information presented should not be construed as investment advice. Always consult a licensed professional before making investment decisions. The views and opinions expressed on the Learn to Trade online show are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect those of the show's hosts, guests and sponsors. The Learn to Trade online show, its producers, sponsors and the hosts, Paul Botterill, Simon Williams and Ash Bill, shall not be liable for losses resulting from investment decisions based on informational viewpoints presented on the Learn to Trade online show.